That's I'll say. You've been starting to cook for yourself? Yeah, I've been cooking for myself every day, every meal. Lucas didn't wear the hat. You know, Lucas Tracy has Nick A30 energy. I just saw a clip of Nick A30, and he kind of has that energy to him a little bit. I can't explain it other than that. Not in the same way that their humor is. Like, obviously, he's a bit more risky with his humor, maybe. But God, he does. It is the same type of character archetype almost. It's funny, though. I know I like Lucas. I'm not saying he's a... Like, I know that's why Nick A30, how he is seen. But yeah. He's funny. I know I like Lucas, but there is the same mannerisms that he has. That's what I mean. Same mannerisms. Would you try the fast that Dana did? 80-hour fast, only chicken broth and water? No, never. I mean, I get it, but no, good. Because I'm trying to lift and get muscle up as well, you know? So I'm not trying to do any fasting that will be over 2 days. Do you think Paddy could his way to a belt? Unironically, he beats Gaethje. Everyone beats Gaethje. I'm sick of people acting like Gaethje's good. Ilia would up Gaethje. I truly believe that and knock him out. Gaethje is so untechnical and flawed in his striking. So untechnical and flawed. I know he's got it done before, like with his take all the damage and land it back style. But new Gaethje, like, he's good, and he landed the head kick against Poirier. I just think that a proper short, stocky guy like Ilia, who's just a good version of Chandler with good IQ, they up, I think. I do appreciate Gaethje, though. He's tough now. It was just one. There was only one, if that was the one. Gaethje is just a sloppy fighter. He's got grit and heart. Yeah, he's a warrior, but I just think his technicality is so exposable, which is why I was so strong with the Holloway pick. But yeah. Lightweights are overrated because they are entertaining to watch. Yeah, Fiziev is a good win. But Fiziev forever dips after the second round completely. And Fiziev could have won the first 2 rounds, yeah, but he had a swelling under his eyes, so that's what people use to justify Gaethje winning. You know? But Fiziev could have won that. I thought first 2 rounds Fiziev when I watched it live. Round 3 is not a 10-8. I mean, it isn't really, is it? I mean, he was beating up on Fiziev, but he never dropped him. You know, he never nearly had him finished. He was just consecutively landing good... Yeah, that's crazy that... That's actually a crazy 10-8. Early part of the round, it was still pretty dead on, right, in that fight. Did a fight... I swear a judge did give it a 10-8 round. Right? Majority decision. Yeah, a judge did give a 10-8 round to Gaethje. And he outlanded Fiziev 53-38. Fiziev outlanded him in both the first and second round, 27-23 and 32-27. And I thought he was landing the better shots. Kind of crazy scoring. Whitaker has motivation issues. Have you seen Whitaker's getting cooked now for saying that if Pereira had to go through 7-8 contenders before getting a title shot, like most other fighters, then that's where you really find out if you're a well-rounded and good MMA fighter. It's kind of true. But he's going to get cooked for it, innit? Because it's Pereira and he just won and it's not the take to have right after. But Pereira really did go Michailidis, Bruno Silva, title elimination bout against Strickland, and then a pure striker in Adesanya. That's what Whitaker did too. Yeah, that's what Whitaker went through so many contenders, though. That's not what Whitaker did too. He's right. Yeah, that's what Whitaker had to do. You're right. Yeah. Whitaker went through so many contenders first. Let me check his run. I don't think Whitaker beats Pereira. I think that's silly of you to say. He's too chinny, I think. Yeah, Clint Hester, right? So he went through 1, Clint Hester, KO'd him. Then he KO'd Brad Tavares. Then he beat Uriah Hall, Rafael Natal, Derek Brunson, Jacare Souza. It wasn't actually a crazy run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and then Romero was for interim. 7. Yeah, 7, because it was the interim belt. So he had to go 7 before he even got his undisputed, and he only got that because GSP was done after the Bisping fight. What did the UFC listen to you about? Oh, they did a face-to-face-ish with Holloway and Topuria, so I just thought I'd make it the title of the stream, you know? Dana doesn't want the event held outside, and Africa only has outside arenas. Dude, they can makeshift a roof. What is this spending issue? Makeshifting a roof on an arena isn't that insane of an ask to do. Honestly, dude. Fucking lame. The Saudis are building arenas out of nothing for these fucking events. Jesus. Bugs and wind. I mean, I get it, but fuck, man. Malaria. Nah, I get it. You know what? I never got bit by a single mosquito out in South Africa. I swear to God, they like were confused by the white skin. Like, what the fuck is this? You know when you like randomly find a hair in your food? That's probably what I look like in their country. Not bullshit. Never got bit by a single mosquito. My friend got bit a few times. I don't get bitten by mosquitoes. I don't know why I don't. Maybe I do have, and they're like, no, this one's already done. You know? So I'm like now camouflage to him. I don't know. But I genuinely, I don't. No, I know I don't go outside, but I've been on holiday to places where there are mosquitoes, and I don't get bitten. Like when I first went, I was like, holy shit, there is going to be mosquitoes all over the place, you know? I didn't even think about that. I was actually like thinking about it on the plane there. Like, fuck, there's going to be loads of mosquitoes. But, yeah, I don't know. They get you when you're sleeping. They can get me. Thank you for the $5. Thankful for Topuria for trying to make the build-ups interesting. First the Volk fight, and now this. I got Topuria by round 3 or 4 liver shot, and then TKO. True. Thank you for the $5. Bronzed Raz MMA. It could be good. Could be some good matchups. Josh Thompson signed the contract. Yeah, I ain't fighting Josh Thompson. Like, the fuck? Tough picks, indeed. Ilia, the same guy who got pinned by Mitchell for a whole round? No, for the last 40 seconds of the round. Dude, Ilia haters are actually delusional, you know? I do want to say that. Like, I'm not one to call people haters, yeah, but they literally deny that he's good. It's actually insane. You know? Like, he's so rent-free in the fan base's head. It's fucking unbelievable. And you know what's funny about the fan base as well? They act like, oh, they're just hating Ilia because he hasn't beaten who he needs to beat yet. Dude, the whole fan base hated Volk as well. But now it's like the Volk fan base just trashing Ilia on the come up. The whole fan base hated Volk until the Ortega fight. That's a fact. Yes or no, chat? They absolutely fucking hated him. So it's literally like, you guys just hate anyone who believes in himself on the come up. That's all it is. And they said Holloway won the first fight. I know the rematch was bad, but they say he won the first fight against Max when he schooled Max 4-1. Maybe 5-0. Facts. Volk only had Aussie fans before Ortega, and even they kind of hated him. Thank you for the $2 Australian. Some of them, even them, were sort of not too big on Volkanovski. It took him nearly being finished by Ortega in the 3rd round before people gave him any respect. You know? And even then, it was still kind of iffy until the Holloway trilogy. People act like they were ride or die Volk fans, but they were literally only Volk fans for the period of about a year until he lost to Makhachev in the rematch. That's literally what it was. People were Volk fans going into his TKZ fight, the first Makhachev fight, or the Holloway trilogy, the first Makhachev fight, and then the second Makhachev fight. And then they kind of just dipped out. TriStar Jim, what's up for us? Hey, Guru, who you picking, Max or Topuria? I'm going with Ilia Topuria. I'm using Arnold Allen as an example, as like a prototype on how Ilia can get it done. I think he can improve upon Arnold's game plan of how he dealt with Max in terms of how much he was landing. And I even think he'll probably mix in a bit more grappling as well. He has got really good grappling game, you know. People forget, man. What's up? Do get the interview. Tell him to stop copying McGregor 1-for-1. He's a great fighter, but he's cringe as fuck. He needs to be his own person. No! No. Being confident and trash talking people is not copying McGregor. His tattoos are very similar. I do agree. You're going to tell Makhachev to stop copying Khabib or Umar? Huh? They talk exactly like him, say exactly the same things. None of you fucking say shit. Shut your mouth, dude. Similar culture. Euro Chad. Doing everything from copying lines exactly to copying antics like stealing the belt at a press conference. I get it, but like, dude, just because McGregor took the belt off the other guy once doesn't mean no one else is allowed to. That's such a broad move. I get that he copied it, but like, dude, so now McGregor's taken someone's belt before the fight. No one's ever allowed to ever again, or they're copying. Is that what you're saying? It's lame, dude. These are the moments we need. Let Ilia be a heel. Stop complaining. Actually, you know what? Keep fucking complaining about him because it's all the hype that's going into it. Like, yes, he is, but cool. Just let him be a heel. I don't get it. Thank you for the $10. No one ever made it to the 4th round with Movza. There's never been a 5-round fight in Movza's career. Nah, Liam Law. Dude, Jesse on Fire, you know what made me really not want to do the podcast with him? There's money there. There were sponsors there. He didn't know about Frozen Like Elsa. That is what a casual fan would know. And it clocked in my head. I was like, what? I did a Frozen Like Elsa reference and he went, what? What does that mean? Is that something? I was like, what? Frozen Like Elsa? You know? It wasn't the reason, but it was definitely a part of it. It was like, this guy, how am I going to do the riffs? How am I going to do the impressions? This guy, I don't know him. That's bare minimum. You should know Frozen Like Elsa. I would have rathered the Guru X Tracy collab. It's a shame we never got to do one of them before the end. But you know what? It's actually because I thought he doesn't need me. And if I did do a collab, I'd be babying him in a way. And then I'd have clout over him and I'd be able to say, well, I put you on. I didn't want that. Like, I did mention him in streams and like raid him a few times, but you know, I didn't want to little bro him in a way because I knew he was doing all right on his own. You know, I don't know why he stopped, man. That made no fucking sense to me.